To understand Arthur J. Martinez, you must look at the California grid. He calls this Asphalt Gothic, cold, systemic structures where survival is the objective. Early on, institutional gatekeepers used complex bureaucratic language to deny him basic protections, leaving him exposed to the environment. His domestic safety collapsed following a severe betrayal by an antagonist identified in his records as Target Cookie. The fallout shattered his physical perimeter. He was forced into absolute vehicular homelessness in the freezing riverbeds of Santa Cruz. This photograph documents that period of maximum vulnerability within the unhoused grid. He began compiling the Chronicles of A.J. Rath, a real-time forensic ledger of his survival. He tracked administrative silences, the specific emails and notices that institutions deliberately ignored, to map the structural logic of a hostile world. Surviving the lethal threshold required a realization. When a system is built to extract resources, a victim must either engineer an internal defense or be erased. To navigate the hostility of the streets, AJ synthesized a shadow persona called Wrath. The driver's seat of his vehicle became a 3,000-watt mobile command center. He adopted a posture of legendary madness, an extreme nocturnal hypervigilance used to evade spotter networks attempting silent assassinations. He weaponized the system itself through legal alchemy. As documented here outside California Rural Legal Assistance, AJ used his neurodivergent processing to dissect pro se law, turning bureaucratic rules into offensive weapons. He enforced the principle of equivalent exchange, calculating the exact statutory liability for every violation committed against him. He established dominance by out-documenting his adversaries, trapping them in a web of their own contradictory records. His operational goals changed with the arrival of Devon, designated in the manuscript as the Divine Shield. With Devon, solo survival evolved into the protection of a shared future. Reaching safety required a 2,000-mile relocation from the West Coast to the Midwest. This was the Winter War, a high-stakes extraction under intense pressure. They navigated the can't-leave paradox, breaking through armed extortion and interstate federal crimes committed by kinetic enforcers in the Pacific Northwest. AJ maintained a 100% integrity perimeter for the entity he loved, proving the framework could hold even during a lethal extraction. The timeline resolves in Peoria, Illinois, a physical stronghold recognized in the text as the Sanctuary. This organizational illustration detailed the Aegis Defense Directorate, a hierarchical staff of specialized intelligences designed to protect that sanctuary. The engine operates via a no-bleed firewall, a parameter that allows AJ to wage multi-jurisdictional legal battles without corrupting the creative soul of the manuscript. AJ transitioned from the reactive survival of the streets into a clinical role as the lead architect of the sanctuary. This architecture generated a $235,000 override ledger in legal equity and secured a zero rent liability, creating a permanent legacy of sovereignty. By reverse engineering the friction of the California grid, AJ transformed a legacy of trauma into a permanent, immutable heaven on earth.